when my parents bought my sister a brand new SUV after she wrecked their car. While I was scrambling to afford a laptop for my engineering classes, I knew something was off. I was 22, juggling a full-time mechanical engineering program, and a night shift at the campus garage just to pay rent. My younger sister Maya was 19, on a scholarship that covered tuition but left her plenty of free time for painting, skateboarding, and late-night jam sessions with her band. Our parents liked to call themselves supportive, but their enthusiasm seemed reserved for Maya's creative pursuits, while treating my academic grind as background noise. It started small. After an all-nighter on a thermodynamics project, Mom left a fridge note, "Don't forget to eat something." The next morning Maya found a fresh cinnamon roll and a handwritten card that read, "Proud of you for following your passion." I never got a card for my A+ on the same project. Dad just said, "You're so good at handling pressure it's almost boring." The imbalance grew each semester. Maya's art shows lit up the family group chat with emojis, while my dean's list announcements earned a quiet nice job and a quick change of subject. The tipping point hit during my junior year. My old laptop, essential for CAD work and freelance gigs, died mid-semester. I scraped together enough from my garage wages to buy a refurbished model, but it was a tight squeeze. Maya, meanwhile, had just totaled her parents' car while attempting a drift in an empty parking lot. No one was hurt, but the vehicle was a write-off. Instead of grounding her or talking about responsibility, Mom and Dad announced they were buying her a brand new SUV, citing her need for reliable transportation to pursue her art. When I hesitantly pointed out that I still needed a functional computer to keep my scholarship, Dad shrugged. "You'll figure it out. You always do." Mom added, "Maya's been through a lot lately. She deserves a fresh start." I felt that old sting of invisibility. I spent the next week pulling double shifts, sleeping in the garage's break room, and borrowing a friend's laptop to finish assignments. My grades slipped just enough to jeopardize my merit-based aid, and the stress showed up at work. I got reprimanded for a missed deadline on a client project. That night, after another silent dinner where Maya laughed over a video of her new SUV's sound system, while I pushed my peas around the plate, I snapped. "Why does everything always go to her?" I asked, voice steadier than I felt. "I work twice as hard for half the recognition." Mom looked startled, then defensive. "We're not playing favorites. Maya just needs more support right now." Dad said, "You're independent. You don't need us to hold your hand." The words stung, but they also clarified something. I had been waiting for a validation that would never come. I decided to stop seeking it. The next morning I submitted a formal request for a tuition reduction appeal based on my financial situation, attached my work schedule, and highlighted my academic record. I also reached out to Campus Career Services for a co-op placement that would pay better than the garage job. Within 2 weeks I landed a paid internship at an aerospace firm that covered my living expenses and came with a mentorship program. Maya's SUV arrived a week later, shiny and bright. She posted a selfie with the caption, "Living my best life." I liked the post, then closed the app and opened my internship offer letter. The resolution wasn't a dramatic confrontation that changed my parents' hearts. It was a quiet internal shift. I realized my worth wasn't tied to their applause or the material gifts they doled out. My worth was measured by the effort I put into my own goals, the skills I cultivated, and the integrity I maintained even when no one was watching. Months later, after I graduated with honors and accepted a full-time offer from the aerospace company, Mom sent a text, "Congrats on the job." Maya replied with a string of heart emojis. I didn't expect more and I didn't need it. I had learned that the most reliable source of validation is the one you build inside yourself. If you keep waiting for others to notice your light, you'll spend your life in the shadows. Shine anyway, and the right people will eventually see the glow, not because they were told to, but because it's undeniable.